Thank you so much for having me here at Public Coast Brewing.
Of course, of course.
All right, do me a favor. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Been making beer for the last 8 years. Was a chef for 30-something years before that. Take the chef out of the kitchen, you can't take the kitchen out of the chef. So a lot of my life is just about flavors.
All right, Will, do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about Public Coast Farm.
Oh man, we're blessed to have it for sure. 40 acres, right in Banks there. Several acres of blueberries. We got some peach trees out there now. We have some really old apple trees. So we're going to be making some cider out of those. A beautiful greenhouse that they grow tomatoes in almost year round. Microgreens, anything we ask them to grow, they're willing to at least try to grow for us, and they've done really well.
What are we going to be doing here today? What are you showing me?
We just released our 67 blonde lager at the first of the year. I'm going to make a steamer clams with that lager. It's a little bit of a Southwest flair, so it has a little bit of jalapeno, some flavors to it. Just again, this lager is awesome with seafood. Why don't you come and visit me in my office in the brewery here?
Yay!
Come see where we work and what we do.
Awesome.
This is where the magic happens. So this is where we make the juice as the juice.
I like that. A nice healthy fermented juice.
Yeah, exactly. The grain after it's ground goes into the grist case here. We drop it down and we introduce hot water with it. It comes down in here, and then we'll circulate that water, and that's what separates those sugars. At that point, we'll bring it over to the kettle. So this is a like 350-gallon stock pot.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. I understand that.
Our Oswald IPA has 6 different hop additions in the boil, and that gives it layers of bitterness instead of just being straight bitter.
Wow, it adds the complexity to it.
Adds the complexity
Whoa.
to it. Should we go try and taste some stuff now?
Yes, please.
Let's go do that. Let's start with our blonde lager. So again, we just introduced a lager in the 1st of January. So we used to do a blonde ale, changed it to a lager. It's a different yeast style, so it's a little bit lighter and a little bit crisper. So
oh my gosh.
You can smell the hops.
It smells refreshing though.
Yeah.
Oh my
Super
gosh.
nice, super crisp.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's crisp and there's a slight sweetness to it, which I like.
At the end, yeah.
I like
right
that.
At the end, so.
Look at that color, that's beautiful.
And you get the aroma of those blueberries too.
Yeah, I've never had blueberry hard seltzer. Whoa. I could down it.
Yeah.
All right, Will, what are you making for me?
You know, you're on the coast, you got to have a little bit of seafood. So we're going to do some steamer clams from Malepa Bay. Beautiful, beautiful coast product. Doing our Public Coast spin on it with a little bit of our blonde lager to finish it all off instead of white wine. And you're going to see, beer goes with everything.
Yes.
The first thing we're going to do is try to get a little heat on there. All right, next I'm going to add some onions. So we actually use a sweet onion for this. Again, it complements the seafood really well. Hear that sound?
I know, that's what you want to hear is the sizzle.
You want to do hot pan. That sizzle is what you're after. So we're going to let those cook down until they get a little bit transparent.
All right, so you're not trying to get color on these, just a little translucent.
Yeah, just a little translucent. Kind of get the oils out of the onions and so that they have some flavor going there. You can start smelling it a little bit there.
Oh, I can. That's the best smell in the world as far as I'm concerned. The only thing that could beat it is if there's garlic in there, but...
I don't know, a good sear on a steak is pretty nice to smell too.
Yes.
They're getting pretty close there. Starting to go a little transparent. You're getting a little bit of color, but that's okay. We got a little bit of garlic to that.
A little?
Well, about half of that. Crush that up a little bit. Again, this is super easy dish. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of a Southwest spin on it. We're going to add some jalapenos too, some thin sliced jalapeno.
Okay. Oh, seeds and all too.
Oh yeah, you got to have that heat in there a little bit. So and we're getting a little bit of color, so turn that heat down just a touch. Add some Banks Public Coast Farm tomatoes.
Oh, your own farm-grown tomatoes. Doesn't get better than that.
I just got a whiff of those jalapenos.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know you did.
And next our clams. Let our clams in.
Beautiful.
There we go. We've actually got a couple pounds of clams there. I'm going to get a couple pieces of toast going
Those are gorgeous.
The Willapa Bay, beautiful steamer clam. Starting to smell good. Next, star of the show.
Ah, yes.
You're going to be finishing the clams with our 67 Blonde Lager.
I can't wait because this already smells amazing.
Ready?
That's going to take it over the top.
My advice is you put, this is a 16-ounce can, you put 13, 14 ounces in there. That way you get to drink a couple.
I don't mind if I do, actually.
Right on. Check our toes. Okay, now we're gonna bring that up to a good rolling boil.
Oh my gosh, that smell.
I'm actually just bringing this to a boil. We're gonna be steaming the clams at the end here. So bring this to a boil, I'll be covering them, and we're gonna let them cook for, it only takes about 3 or 4 minutes, and you'll know that they're done when they open up. And they'll pop open and say hi to everybody. So,
Oh, I love
okay, I'm gonna toss this here real quick.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yep, starting to pop a little bit
We got bubbles.
on the corner there. So we're gonna just cover these guys up and let them do their thing.
You know what I love? This is going to be really, really delicious. There's a lot of really wonderful flavors in here. It didn't take you that long to make
This is one of those. This is a great date night meal. All right, looks like we're getting pretty close there. A couple more that still need to pop, but we'll give it a quick little stir. Now I'm gonna add patty of butter.
All right.
Squeeze a couple lemons. Toss it up, give it a little bit of a shine, and give it a little bit of mouthfeel. I'm just gonna stir that in a little bit.
Oh, that smells heavenly.
Come over here. Again, the nectar is delicious. You can actually save that nectar. It's a great start for a clam chowder as well.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love it. Pile it on.
These guys in here. Sprinkle some cilantro right on top, because again, we have the jalapenos in there, kind of a Southwest feel to it a little bit. A little salt and pepper over the top. And put a couple pieces of garlic bread next to it.
Yeah, honestly, that is the epitome of the Oregon coast right there. All right, I am so excited to dig into this, and I have a confession to make. It's been a couple of years since I've had clams, so I'm super excited about this.
Please enjoy. Dig in.
All right, I'm just gonna grab a couple of these beauties. Oh my gosh.
Use that bread and soak it up too. Good stuff.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna try this.
I'm going in. I'm not scared.
Oh my gosh. Bon appetit. The clams shine through. You taste the clams first and foremost, but I'm really getting that beer also.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
And like I say, I think there is a beer for every dish, whereas sometimes it's harder to pair other beverages with it.
And those clams, you can't beat that. Fresh, local clams.
We're blessed to live where we live in the cornucopia.
Like I said before, there's nothing Oregon can't do, and this just proves it.
Right on.
Will, I just have to thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Absolutely delicious. I can't thank you enough for the wonderful lunch.
Of course.
This place is just so fantastic.
Well, cheers. Thank you for joining us, and please come back to Cannon Beach anytime. Visit us, Public Coast Brewing Company. Love to have you.
Awesome. Thank you again.
Right on.
Cheers.